Hey guys, my name is Harper Santos, and today's podcast episode, I want to talk about immigration policies and how they affect our communities. As a resident of Texas, immigration is a hot topic, and I'm sure we all know about ICE. It's been on the news a lot recently. ICE, which stands for Immigration and Custom Enforcement, which I've come to notice that there are policies that can either protect or harm the people trying to find safety and better opportunities for themselves. While the laws might seem very neutral on paper, it's obvious that they impact people very differently depending on who they are and where they come from. When we look at immigration through an intersectional lens, we see the race, nationality, gender, and financial status all influence someone's experience. For example, refugees from poverty-stricken or war-torn countries often face more barriers because they are seen at a high risk, which, this can make it harder to get to safety. Another example is women in the LGBTQ community. Individuals also experience, unique threats, including gender-based violence and discrimination. What I've seen a lot in the news, honestly breaks my heart. It makes the topic important to me, seeing that children are being separated from their families and being detained, at the borders. This can cause them serious emotional trauma. These children are completely innocent and helpless. It's a common theme in our society, but financial status once again plays a big role. Families with fewer resources struggle more to figure out the confusing immigration systems, affording lawyers, having access to basic needs like healthcare and education. These factors show that immigration policies are not just about legal policies, but they shape real life outcomes, for people in very unequal ways, in my opinion. The topic matters to me personally because I'm from Texas and I have a lot of friends who live in immigrant-heavy communities, who are worried that their families could be detained and deported, at any time, having to leave their house. This causes so much stress in their lives, and, it's made me interested in human rights and social justice much stronger. Seeing how these policies affect vulnerable populations make me realize how important it is to consider everyone's unique circumstances when we talk about immigration and building policies. I'd like to close this podcast and this episode by saying that immigration policies are more than just rules on paper. They strongly affect many people differently, depending on their identity and circumstances. I think we need more education on the policies and reasons for this treatment. Looking at these policies through an intersectional lens helps us understand the real human impact and reminds us why empathy and justice should guide the decision we make. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one.